Good afternoon all. Welcome for today's session. I am M. Ramesh, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Aerospace Engineering for third year class. Here I am being with our mentees from third year aerospace. Here we are gathering to discuss about the design thinking video for the topic multistage rocket systems. In this session, our mentees are going to discuss on the introduction on multistage rocket system and what is the type of multistage rocket system, then what about staging, why the stages are needed, then the structure of the multistage rocket systems, as well as the working principle, the step-by-step procedure they are going to discuss, and finally they are going to discuss about the types of multistage rocket systems as well as advantages, what are the limitations are there. So those kind of things will be discussed in the today's session. Let's start with one by one.
Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about multistage rocket system. First we need to know what is multistage rocket system. When two or more stages, we are saying multistage rocket system. In that multistage rocket system, what benefits we are getting means we can increase the efficiency of rockets. If we are using the solid propellant means we can achieve the lower altitude, like LEO only we can inject the vehicles, but we are using multistage now, we achieve the space missions easily, so we can easily achieve the mission successfully. So in that multistage rocket system, for example, we are going to take 4 stages of rockets like recent missions, NISAR and Chandrayaan kind of missions. We are taking multistage rocket systems only. In that first stage we have solid propellant, and second stage we have liquid propellant. In the third stage we are using the cryogenic. At the last stage we are using the payloads. For with the 3 type of stages gives a high efficiency to reach the missions, to land on the surface. So we are using multistage rocket systems.
Good afternoon. I am here to talk about the structure of the multistage rockets. So each rocket consists of its own engines and oxidizers and fuel nozzles. So how this multistage rocket structure functions in the sense, first initially the first stage rocket gives the enough of thrust to cross the Earth's gravitational pull, and the first stage helps the rest of the rockets to lead to the space out of the Earth atmosphere. After that, the second stage will take over after the separation of first stage, and then the second stage will helps the rocket to set the payload or satellite in the required orbit. Then the third stage, in some cases third stage will be used, and the third stage helps us to set the satellite in a precise orbit. This phenomenon is known as orbital insertion. This structure optimization helps to optimal performance performing rocket. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am here to talk about the working principle of multistaging. It is based upon the sequential operation, and in multistaging, the first stage is ignites and produce the maximum amount of thrust, and after the fuel is exhausted, the first stage is separated and falls away, and after that the second stage is ignites and it produces a little amount of thrust, and it continuously do its work, and after that this action is do repeatedly for the additional stages, and the upper stages and lower stages are used in various spaces, like the lower stage is used in atmospheric phase, and the upper stage is used in vacuum space, and this multi-stage is mostly used to give a maximum amount of thrust to the the system, and make it sure to obtain its space.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Sriram. I am from third year aerospace engineering. I am here to talk about the advantages of multi-stage rockets. Multi-stage rockets offer many important advantages. First, they improve the fuel efficiency of the rocket by deciding the dead weight during launches, and then additionally, second, they allow higher payload capacity compared to single stage rockets. Third, they make it possible to reach very high speeds such as orbital or escape velocity. Additionally, different stages can be optimized for different conditions such as atmospheric field and space vacuum. Because of these benefits, modern launch vehicles use multi-stage configurations. Thank you.
So myself Rakesh, I am from aerospace engineering department. I am going to speak about the limitations of multi-stage rockets. Even though it has enormous advantages in multi-stage rockets, there are limitations like it is complex in design and it has a very specific time period for detonation of the dead particles of the multi-stage rockets. Even though the dead debris are around the orbit, they also required to remove these orbit debris. Prevention is called as reusable rocket. These reusable rockets are recently provided and designed to manufacture by SpaceX. Thank you.
It's a nice contribution from our mentee side about multi-stage rocket system. Just I need a question about from this topic. Actually, we have a single stage rocket system, but here we are why we should go for stagings. Anyone?
Why? Because efficiency, the main purpose.
How the efficiency is increased while doing extra?
In single stage rockets, the oxygen is burned down. We can't destroy that. We can't separate the stages. If the same thing we are using in multi-stage rocket, we can separate the stages. So we can reduce the weight.
Okay.
We
So,
can also add the payload in the multi-stage.
so additional, that means it is extra additional weight means and we don't have that payload. It's an additional weight, so that we should not take care of that. Otherwise, you have to give more amount of thrust. Okay. Whether thrust is directly proportional to this efficiency. Is there any other parameters for efficiency calculation in rockets?
Speaking of good efficiency, the fuel propellant becomes the major factor in efficiency
Yeah.
of the rocket.
But the fuel propellant consumption. That technology you have already studied about which parameter do you have?
Specific impulse.
Yeah, it's correct. How can you say specific impulse is the main parameter to affect the rocket efficiency?
Specific impulse is how much fuel is consumed per mass flow rate. So we can calculate that according to higher specific impulse has a higher fuel efficiency.
But from how much of fuel burned per kg?
Yeah. So that is weight is involved. So if weight is reduced, more amount of thrust will be produced. The fuel consumption is very less. So it is in the denominator. So the efficiency will be higher. Okay. For that the staging is very, very important parameter to be considered for the separation. So that each and every stage has its own engine as well as the propellant. In each stage the burning will be completed, then the separation will be taken care of. So this is very important about multi-stage rocket systems. Okay, it's a very nice contribution from your side. I will be very happy about your contribution in this topic. We will have another session on rockets and missiles part in the next video. Thank you.
Thank you.